All right, everybody, it's your boy Shang. I'm not feeling good this morning. Last week was pretty intense, and it took a lot out of me. I think I'm feeling the pain this week. So please bear with me. Here's my stuff. TDCS.TV is DC Fanatic and Eyesight, and my tweeter is at John Shango. All right, a lot of people tweeted me last night while I was working on this Tampa Dallas Review game, and wanted me to rant on the refs or whatever. And I for one, I'm not a ranter. I just did that because it felt like it. It felt like I needed to do it. A rant would be just lost in all the other crap that's going on right now. And everybody's commented on it and all that kind of stuff. The officiating has just been absolutely horrible. And last night, instead of me being angry and upset and all that kind of stuff, I think I tweeted it. I said I felt like somebody stole something from me that I've worked hard to obtain. And it's really come to a real depressing point because these games are being totally messed up by bad officiating. And we're supposed to try to make some sense out of this after it's over. I will give Green Bay that loss yesterday, and I think Green Bay's taking that like a champ because they could have done other things. They could have got a first down there. They could have done things to not put themselves in that position where they can just throw one pass and get a touchdown like that. So I think Green Bay and McCarthy understands that, but still, that was one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life, and it's got to stop. The hat that was thrown in our game, I looked at that play over and over. The coach's tape is here right now, and I looked at it over and over, and there was no reason for that hat to be thrown, you know. And we got a break too when Romo fumbled and Tampa Bay scooped it up. So it's not like we can say, "Oh, we were robbed by the officials." No, both teams are being robbed by officials. I mean, everybody's getting bad calls on them right now. So it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. And I don't know what we can do as fans. You know, I don't know what the players can do. I don't know what anyone can do in this situation because it's most ridiculous. And Roger Goodell is messing up the integrity of the league. And he's supposed to be upgrading us. He's taking us straight down right now. Straight down. Let's get into the game. False starts. Not going to make a lot of excuses for the offensive line. We got a new offensive line coach. We have a different scheme. We're doing more of a zone blocking scheme than a plow forward scheme that we had last year. We've got a lot of new members on the offensive line, and they did not gel in training camp together. So there's excuse after excuse after excuse I can make for offensive line. I'm not really believing any of them because everyone is performing horribly. But the false starts, there's a lot of holding too, but you know, we'll get into that when the real officials get back. But the false starts, you can't blame anyone. You can't. Tim McMahon from ESPN Dallas, he tweeted yesterday about the leaders, and I think it was Tyron was the number 1 guy with 5. Freed was number 2 with 4, and Witten and like 2 others had 3. That is a tremendous amount of false starts, and someone tweeted me back, which was brilliant. Wild Shango, Flozell Adams is disgusted with the amount of false starts in Dallas. Let that sink in. So the offensive line is in horrible shape. Absolutely horrible shape. And me as a fan, I can't see what we can do to make it better. I mean, their play, we have one stud there that is playing down to the rest of the guys on the line with Tyron Smith. And Tyron is a stud. The line should be bringing him up to a level instead of allowing him to play down. So I have no clue on how to fix the offensive line. I made a video a long time ago about how to build an offensive line and how many years it takes to build an offensive line, and we didn't do that. We went and got, you know, a backup from Carolina, a backup from Miami, and a guy that was starting sometimes, but the fans were wanting him out of Cincinnati and living. So I just don't know how we're going to fix this overnight. Next, the special teams failures. Every week I get, Shango, let's fire Joe D. Joe D's got to go. Joe D fired. I mean, I get it every single week, and I don't expand on it because, again, I'm not that type of person. Now I am. I mean, it's got to go. I mean, we were lucky. We were lucky. Look at this. This guy had a clean shot at the punter. Clean shot there. He totally misjudged it. That should have been a block for maybe a touchdown or something, you know, but it wasn't. It turned into a fumble for us, and we took advantage of this situation. But this was really, really, really lucky. I mean, really lucky. And look at the next one. Look at the hole that was right here. And it's all scheme, guys. So let me show you something. Tampa Bay guy right here, blocked. Tampa Bay guy right here, blocked. Two Tampa Bay guys right there, blocked. This guy was unblocked, and there was no one there. It was a scheme thing, and there was no one there to block this guy. So he had a clear shot, unless somebody can block two guys, which is almost impossible. He had a clear shot, and all I can think of is, you know, like when they say you're too open and you drop the pass, or you're too open and you missed the shot. He was too open and he misjudged the punt. And I will give a lot to our punter too for angling that thing and making sure that it didn't get blocked. But right here was complete luck, and that's straight on coaching. I can't put anything to that but coaching at all. All right, next blunder. It's 7:10, 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the second quarter. We have 3 timeouts. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to do what you need to do. Plenty of time to stop them and get the ball back. What do? We think we see something right here. Now, I know these two guys are back, but we think we see something right there, so where we can do an onside kick here, and then these guys will be running backwards and not recover the kick. Well, that didn't happen. They attacked the ball. They came in and attacked the ball instead of going backwards, which I guess I don't know what we were thinking on this play. I guess we thought, and it was still a horrible gamble. Something like this, yeah, at the beginning of the second half to catch somebody off surprise, but with 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in the half, it makes no sense whatsoever. And somebody said, well, our defense was playing good. We can take the chance and then stop them and get the ball back. It still makes no sense, because if you stop them here, if you get use your three timeouts, stop them here, they're punting to either the 20 or inside the 20 is where we're going to get the ball, which leaves a lot of green for us to make to cross for us to get a field goal. Didn't make any sense. If you kick the ball all the way to the 20, and then we stop them at like the 25, 26 yard line with 3 timeouts, you punt the ball, we get it right here at the 40, 50 yard line area, and we have 25, 30 yards before we're in field goal range. So that was the smartest thing to do, and I don't understand what prompted us to do that onside kick. It still makes no sense to me. So I have not been on the Fire Joe D bandwagon. Right now, I'm the conductor, buddy. Woo! Dez. I know a lot of people were contacting me about Dez and saying, well, he was running the wrong route here, or him and his coach was getting upset or whatever here. He gave 100% effort. And for him to become a top receiver in this league, he had to continue to do this. It's not going to happen overnight. He's not going to flip the switch in one game and then the next game he knows how to beat all coverages and makes all correct decisions and everything like that. It is a work in progress. But what he did, and giving that 100% effort, showed the character of trying to move forward to become that type receiver. Now the thing is, he has to do this every week. He has to give this type effort every week and keep his emotion and channel his emotions to the right area, kind of like Michael Irvin did back in the day. But I'm not going to take anything away from him right now, because he was a game changer. He helped us tremendously, and he gave that 100% effort. So I'm not going to talk anything about this as long as I see that effort out there. Next person, and this hurts my heart. The Witten thing hurts my heart bad. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what's his problem. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know anything. We just have to trust in Jason Witten that he's going to get to the bottom of this thing quickly. And I kind of believe he will, you know, but if it's in his head, if he's shell shocked or something like that, I don't know how to fix it. And maybe we have to, you know, use John Phillips a little bit more until we can get our confidence back in Jason Witten. And when he gets his confidence back in Jason Witten too. All right, another thing. Last year, after we lost to the Giants in the playoffs, I made a video, and I was saying basically it's time to push the reset button on this Cowboy team. And I still feel that way. I backed off of expressing it because none of you people out there really like that. But I think it was time to push the reset button, because the intense young talent that we have on this football team. There's some very good young talent. This guy right here, Tony played like a warrior. You know, I always am critical of Tony. Tony played like a warrior in that game. I mean, he did everything he could, and I'm thinking there's going to be a Tony Romo meltdown really soon, and I'm not going to be able to blame him at all if he loses. I saw him out there at training camp this summer losing. I put one video on YouTube when he got mad and just slammed the ball to the ground because of the blocking. So I can't blame him. He was yelling at the receivers, and he was yelling at a lot of people out there, and it's the hits that he took and all that kind of stuff. It's hard to watch. It's very hard to watch. I mean, he had scars on his helmet from the helmet hit. It was hard to do. Now his contract is coming up, and he's going to be paid a lot of money, And I just think that it's time for us to move in a different direction and try to use that money to build an offensive line or to do some other things to make sure this team will be competitive in the future. Now, if we can turn this thing around this year and we can make the playoffs, then of course, let's back up. But if things don't go good this year and we don't make the playoffs, whether it's this guy's fault or not, it doesn't matter to me. I doubt very seriously it's going to be this guy's fault anyway. But to look at the whole team, it'll be time to press that reset button. And mainly because of the way the league has changed. The league is changing now. The one main thing that people are saying, and probably people are writing it down already, if we get rid of Romo, who are we going to have? Romo gives us a chance to win. The NFL is changing, people. It is changing, and it's a copycat league, and in order for you to compete, you have to change again. I know it's early, but if I had told you that after week 3, that Kevin Cobb would have 3 wins, and yes, I call it 3 wins because he made the comeback versus Seattle. Kevin Cobb has 3 wins, and the best quarterbacks in the league, bar none, no one's going to argue these 4, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning, have 3 wins combined. That means the new thing is everyone's out there playing team ball, team football, running the ball, attacking defenses, and things of that sort. They're playing smart football rather than going back and just throwing the ball all over the place. And these people are not, especially Aaron Rodgers and Tony Romo, are not getting, and Tom Brady are not getting protection. You know, and that's the one thing they need for them to be successful. They need supreme protection. And it's just not happening. So that is mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. 3 wins for Kevin Cobb, 3 wins for the top quarterbacks in the league, 4 of them, the top 4. All right, for defense, the defense played great. Of course, I've said that earlier, but Tampa Bay was extremely gunshot. I don't know what, they didn't take any shots down the field or throw the ball with any type of aggression at all until that last drive. So defense, you're still going to have to pick it up because next week we have Chicago and Cutler's going to throw it. He's not going to be scared to throw it. He's going to throw it to us. He's going to throw it to them. He's going to throw it. So it's going to be some aggression out there on the offensive side of the football. They can't block either. They can't protect Cutler. But expect a lot of aerials next week, and I'll get in that game Thursday. All right, guys. I got through this. I'm going back getting to bed. I'll let you. All right, peace.